Hi, this is the English man of EB English Music and welcome to another Studio Talk vlog. Firstly, I must apologize for the lack of Studio Talk vlogs that we've had over the past few weeks, but we're back at it. A lot of things have been happening behind the scenes. In fact, I've started a brand new job. I'm now the sports reader on a brand new station called Magic 828 AM, teaming up once again with Guy McDonald. But back to doing Studio Talk vlogs as well, and I'm very excited about this episode because we're going to be unboxing this beauty over here, the Focusrite SCARLETT 2i4. But before we unbox it, I need to give you a little bit of history as to what led to this point. Up until recently, I've been using this trusted baby. It's the M Audio Fast Track Pro USB audio interface, and I've been using it for many years, and a lot of other engineers and producers were very surprised by the sound that I was getting from my productions using this interface, and I didn't quite understand why they felt that way until this eventually gave in. And unfortunate that it had to happen during a session that I was having with a vocalist. Luckily, that artist was very understanding, came back once I had a temporary audio interface that I borrowed from a very good friend and colleague of mine, Munib Khalanti, allowed me to use the Presonus Audio Box USB. And once I hooked this puppy up, I realized the difference in sound. In fact, I didn't even need to use my ART tube mic preamp, because the sound that I was getting for vocal recording was so clean and so clear and so crisp that I was very impressed by this little audio interface. It's also very robust, and I'm actually sad to see it go, but I have to return it to its rightful owner. But back to the SCARLETT Focusrite, the Focusrite SCARLETT rather, that we're going to be unboxing. Haven't opened it yet, and I need to give a big shout out to Frontline Sound and Lighting, Mark Bonges and the team. I need to include a disclaimer. This was bought with my own money. They did not sponsor this product, neither did Focusrite. So I'm not giving them an endorsement. I'm just giving them a big shout out for their excellent customer service. So I'm opening it for the very first time on this episode of Studio Talk. Let's see what's inside the box. Firstly, what you see is the starter pack. And as you'll notice, there's no disc inside, which I'm very excited about. I've read up on this. The reason why they don't do this is when the product has come out until when you buy it, there could have been many software updates. So when you buy this product and you register online on their website, you can download the latest software drivers and the latest versions of the software that's included in this package. What's also included is you get a plug-in suite courtesy of Focusrite. I think it includes an EQ, a compressor, and a reverb unit, and I'm very excited to include that in my mixes to hear what it sounds like. The other thing that's included, obviously, is the USB cable that you connect between your audio interface and the computer. And finally, the star of the show, which is the audio interface itself. And as you can see, it matches my studio colors very nicely. I'm going to take it out of the plastic so you can see a little bit better what it looks like. Look at that. It's a thing of beauty. On the front, you'll see there's two inputs. That's why it's called the 2i4. The 2 stands for the 2 inputs that you receive. The 4, obviously, for the 4 outputs at the back, which I'll get to in just a bit. What's really cool is these gain pots on the front of the inputs. They have a little LED ring light around it. So when you're getting your signal, it lights up green. And obviously when you distort, it'll turn red. So that's really cool visual indication of what you're getting in terms of signal. Obviously the switches, depending on the mode that you're recording in, whether you're recording line or instrument, each one has a pad function. Also the standard phantom power 48 volt switch. You have your mix option that gives you direct monitoring when you're recording for what you're getting in terms of input signal or playback. You can also switch between stereo and mono monitoring. What I really love is the big monitor knob that you will, or pot rather, that you will notice on the front when you're adjusting obviously your output volume when you're listening to it on your monitor speakers. Obviously you have your headphone input, and because you have an option of two different inputs, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, because it's 4 outputs, you can switch which one the headphones listen to, which output source, and obviously the level for the headphones. If we take a quick squiz at the back, you'll have the 4 line outputs. You have the 2 main outputs that will obviously go to your monitor speakers. The old school MIDI in and out, which you won't really use because most MIDI controllers now connect directly to your computer with a USB, and of course the USB connection that will hook up with your computer. So that's in a nutshell what it looks like and what it features. The next step would obviously be to hear what it sounds like.
Ooh, it's the Englishman.